Hi there, and welcome to week three for reading. So, the past couple of weeks, we have been working on a bunch of different things. Our first week, we took a look at civil rights, and we talked about the rights that everybody is entitled to. And while we were talking about civil rights, we talked about Jackie Robinson. And we talked about all of the problems and issues that he had to deal with throughout his early years of becoming a baseball player and as a person, all because of the color of his skin. Last week, we kind of switched gears a little bit and we were just working on reading skills. We were just working on listening to a story, doing some uh, predictions and answering questions. And that's really what us as learners, that's really what we need to focus on. We need to focus on asking questions, talking in our own heads about what we're reading. Because if we're not questioning what we're reading, then we're not understanding what we're reading. So we're going to continue to do that this week, but we are going to do it a little differently. So last week you did two stories and you read each story twice. This week we're going to go back to the way we did the Jackie Robinson, where I am going to record the big long story and you are going to have the whole week to listen to it and to do some of the activities that go with it. And then on Friday, you will get into Kids A to Z and you will pick a story and do your quiz. Well, let's talk about the story we're going to be reading about this week. So, this week we're going to be talking about another civil rights type of story. And this is about a person called Cesar Chavez. And Cesar Chavez is a little bit different than Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson, of course, was born in America and he went to college and eventually became a professional sports player. And on top of that, owned some businesses and did a lot of good things for America. Cesar Chavez is what we would call a migrant worker. So Cesar Chavez was not born in the United States. He came from a different country and he came to the United States to work. We're going to read the story about him and all of the obstacles and hurdles and problems that he had to overcome and deal with in order to become not only a successful person, but somebody that could fight for the rights of other immigrants or migrant workers. Remember, those are people that come from a different country to work. Now, you've probably heard in the news and you've probably heard throughout all of your years in school that migrant workers or immigrants are people that come with a lot of, we'll say, baggage. Baggage is stuff that could be good, could be bad. You'll hear some people that talk very kindly about immigrants, and you'll hear some people that talk not so kindly about immigrants. But please keep in mind, regardless of what your beliefs are, this is still a very important part of our United States history. And it's still very important to reading because no matter what we read about, it still gives us an opportunity to ask questions and to think about what we're reading. So, regardless if you agree or disagree, I still want you to keep an open mind this week. And some of the things that we're going to be working on as we read will be about problems and solutions. So, I'm sure there's going to be tons of problems that you'll read about or listen to as we do our story. I want you in your head to think about solutions. Also, as I read the story to you and you listen to it, I want you to do a retell in your head. So when the story is done, I want you to retell the story in your head. Think about it and really try to understand what Cesar Chavez is doing and what he's going through. As always, as you go through the story, if you have any questions, concerns, you can send me a chat or you can set up a Zoom time and we can talk about it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck with the story.